Karen Reed scheduled to be retried for murder in January, but before that, she is speaking out about the night that her boyfriend died and her role in that, or no role in that.
Before we show you this, just in case you don't know, Karen Reed had a cop boyfriend. They were going to a party. They got in an argument. He got out of the car. According to prosecutors, she backed up and mowed him down. According to the defense, he had actually gone into the house unharmed, and something happened in there with cop friends who allegedly buried what actually went on.
That's what Karen's team is saying.
And there's a lot of support here for Karen Reed, I got to say.
Yeah, I remember we saw the cheers outside the courthouse when the mistrial was declared. She's now speaking out to ABC News. She and her attorney, and they are talking about that night in some detail. She really gets grilled here, but watch how she responds, and then we'll talk about it.
Would you say that you were angry with John that night?
Yes.
Could you have been angry enough and slightly drunk because he had annoyed you that in the fit of rage you just backed up and
Never.
tried to tap him?
I would never.
Not to try to kill him, but try to
tap him with my 6,000-pound full-size SUV. To hit John's body with my car, no.
There are people in that house that are actually responsible for his death and who murdered him. And there are others in the house who are covering up that murder.
Wow.
Ooh.
This is, I've got to say, when we talk about murder, to me, one of the great miscarriages of justice in this case, the jury acquitted her on murder. The only thing they deadlocked on was involuntary manslaughter. The judge never read the actual vote count, just said mistrial, and never told the defense, by the way, it was unanimous in favor of acquittal on murder.
So interesting that she is, as of now, being retried for murder.
But the defense,
I know they're fighting that.
Can they do something about them? And how is that not double jeopardy if the jury did reach a verdict?
It should be double jeopardy. And I think ultimately she's going to win on this because the jury heard the case and they acquitted her on that. So I'm stunned that the judge did this.
Do you think this was dangerous for her to, and I understand that we've gone through a whole trial here, but was this dangerous to put herself on the record?
Super dangerous.
But she did it with her attorney, Alan Jack. I mean, it's just weird that she is doing this knowing that she's going to stand trial for, and whether it's murder or not, but she's going to be back on trial.
It is Russian roulette when you go on TV, and you saw this with Alec Baldwin.
Right.
And, she clearly wanted to do this, but, we will see. I mean, I don't know that if there was a smoking gun where she would have said something, they would have shown it.
Right.
So my guess is there was no smoking gun here.
I think the more Karen talks, the more guilty she sounds. If I were her attorney, I'd have to tell her to quit talking, quit doing interviews, and just let it all come out during the retrial. That's just my opinion. The fact that she did say that she was angry, though, makes me think that even more.
Well, it came out in the trial that they were arguing, and they were arguing in the car, and they had a lot to drink. So that all came out. But there are odd things about this case and how they found the body and all sorts of things that have made a lot of people believe Karen did not do this. Okay, anyway, we're going to take a break.
All right.